Hey guys, what's up? My name is Leda, also known as The Real Leda, and welcome to my vlog. I am 9 weeks out right now from my first ever bodybuilding competition. I will be competing in figures. So that being said, welcome. It is actually Tuesday. I normally kick these off on Mondays, but it is actually Tuesday, and if you saw my last vlog, you'll know I was in Dallas, Texas with my family for a Metallica concert. We are now home. Right? Flew in yesterday. So it is Tuesday, August 22nd, and it is early, you guys. It's like 6:30 in the morning right now. Just letting Brood out. He's somewhere back there, but just let him brood out. And already got in my first cardio session, which you guys, if you caught my last vlog, you know cardio's been bumped up from 30 minutes to now 45. And considering now I am back in town, we're back on the Stairmaster. When I was in Dallas, we were on the elliptical. Now that I'm back in town, back on the Stairmaster. Why the difference, okay? Difference is the Stairmaster is the best cardio machine when you're trying to shed fat but maintain the muscle mass. Of course, as I continue to shed some weight, I may lose a little muscle mass, like in the process. That's just what happens. But to maintain the most amount of muscle mass, the Stairmaster is gonna work the best for my body. Okay. That being said, we're up to 45 minutes now, twice a day, and got that already done this morning. Today is also a very exciting day. So excited because I get to have my very first one-on-one posing session with Sharonica of ProFit Posing. So super excited to see where she thinks I am currently, and just to see the progression of how my posing will change as my body gets leaner, as we get closer to stage. Just very exciting. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. You guys, we're in single digits, 9 weeks. 9 weeks. That's it. So this is crunch time. And I've got to do, I've already been doing everything I can, but here's where we kick it. There he is. Here's where we kick it up even harder and push and lean in even more. And we just, again, continue on doing our all. So, all right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye. Holy shit, you guys. Editing Leda here, and I just realized I never gave you an update as to how my first posing session went with Sharonica. So let's go ahead and talk about it. So first and foremost, my God, is this woman, like, she's just amazing. So we're breaking things down in my posing from everything from the moment I step on stage to the moment I step off stage. Every single component. And right now, I love the way she puts it, that I am learning the mechanics because I'm brand new. I've got to figure out how my body needs to move and how it needs to sit and how it needs to feel in certain muscles that I need to really squeeze and flex to show off to the judges, right? So because we're doing so many of the mechanics, it feels really robotic, and it feels just out of sorts because it's so new to me. Once I gather that foundation of the mechanics and make it more second nature, then I can put in more of my style and who I am. And I need to do that, right? She put it in a great way, is that when you step on stage, everybody is going to be at their best point. You know what I mean? Everybody's worked very hard in their prep. Everybody is going to be having beautiful hair, beautiful makeup, beautiful suits, heels on. That puts everybody, on the same level. What I really need to do is bring in my personality into things. So all the posing is going to be the same. So, I'm on the same stage as these people, but then also, or as these women, and I'm also at the same level, meaning I've also put in a lot of work in my prep, a lot of work in my diet, and a lot of practicing on my posing. So have they, right? So how do I make myself different from the others? And that's through my personality, which right now I know who I am and I know my personality, but my personality through posing, it's hard to figure that out right now, considering the fact that like I'm still so new and I'm still learning all of the mechanics. So that's where we're at. And we literally went from walking on stage, which was basically like from my bathroom to my bedroom, walking to my very front pose, and how my front pose is going to be looking towards these judges. Hi, babe. So he was just behind the camera making faces. But how my front pose and how my very first presentation is to the judges, right? And then also need to figure out like how I turn and go into my other poses. So literally the very first part of the competition, walking out on stage, getting into that front relaxed pose, and then turning for the first quarter turn. And man, that was a lot to think of. But as I've gone through the week and continue to use those, it's becoming more and more in tune with my body. So like I will do little things like walking from my desk to the bathroom, and I will walk as if I'm walking on stage, right? I don't have my heels on, but doesn't mean I still can't use the same mechanics whether I have heels on or not. And then obviously after my lifts and after my workouts, I do go through the process as if I have her on camera as well, and go through my poses that I know of right now. And I'll do, walk back and I'll walk back and I'll walk back and forth. And I'll get into that front pose, and then I'll turn and I'll turn and I'll turn and I'll turn and I'll turn. You know what I mean? So just when it comes to mechanics, you have to just drill it into your body. The more practice I have, it's going to be the best when I get on stage, because I know myself. And, you get on stage, and I've heard of girls just like blanking out, or I know I want to make it a memorable moment. I don't want to have to be stressed out about my poses, because by that point in the next, 9 weeks, I would have practiced it and drilled it so much that my body just does it. You know what I mean? I don't have to think about every single little thing the way I'm doing right now. By that point, I would have drilled it into my body enough where it's just a natural, okay, here's my front pose, turn, here's my side pose, quarter turn, my rear pose, you know what I mean? And it just happens. And all I have to worry about at that time is smiling at the judges, being graceful, showing my personality, and, putting myself out there the way I need to. But man, it's just fun to have a coach that you vibe with. And I'm so lucky that I vibe with both of them. You know what I mean? And we were, in our coaching session, we were laughing up a storm, and it's just because everything seems so robotic. And for her, when she does it, it just seems so graceful, so effortless, so just kind of like a dance. It's just really pretty. And I can't wait to get there, but we're going to be a robot for now, but again, you guys, if I haven't said this before, I'm sure I have, but I'll say it 5 million times. The relationship that you build with your coaches has to be next to none. These women that I have in my corner are unbelievable. They are different in their own ways, and I can joke with them, and I can be, I'm friends with them, and I have to have them in my life so that they know what's going on with me and how things are going to be affecting me and how they can help me best. But, when you let someone in, you have to be vulnerable enough to mess up, to make mistakes, to own up to the fact that you make these mistakes. And man, I made a lot of them. I made a lot of mistakes. And there are some times where Sharonica will look at me and What the girl? Like oh man, but let me just do this. Let me post this picture here of the way on the left, I think it'll be your left, the way I used to pose, and then in my front pose. And here's on the right, the way I have now learned to pose. And that is with Sharonica's help, as well as me learning the mechanics of my body and how it works. So you guys, all of her information is down below. Again, Coach Sharonica with ProFit Posing. And that was just day one. I've got at least minimally 9 more sessions. I had a total of 10. And so now I have 9 more sessions minimally. I know that I'm hoping there'll be more. But that is the deal. I'll be meeting with her every Tuesday. And then we have some in-person meetups as well, which I'll be meeting with Kay first, getting a lift in, and then meeting with Coach Sharonica, which that's hard. You guys, posing is hard. Like, my back gets so sore. But yeah, sorry that this is a late response, but want to make sure I got this in for you guys to give you an update on that. There you go. Hey guys, what's up? It is now Friday the 25th. We're still 9 weeks out, and let me see, Saturday tomorrow hits 8 weeks. So 9 weeks out as of today. And I apologize again for not vlogging as much this week. Just things are crazy. So plus, when you're doing the same thing day in and day out, it seems boring. So like, I get worried about vlogging the same things all the time because it's boring. And literally, that's all bodybuilding is. Bodybuilding is like the epitome of like consistency, because obviously with consistency in regards to nutrition and workouts and everything is how you create and form the best physique and are able to win competitions. So going back to vlogging, it's literally, I have the same meals every day. I don't do the same workouts every day. My workouts are different, but I do this very similar things every single day. And I found that the best bodybuilders out there, the IFBB pros, the Miss and Mr. Olympias, what they have done to get themselves there is master the mundane. That has been one of those phrases that I swear I'm gonna like post it everywhere. Like, master the mundane. Because it is, it is the same routine every single day. I wake up at 4:30. I'm at the gym by, 4:45, 5 o'clock, getting my 45 minutes of cardio in. I come back, I do all the morning stuff with the kids and, and work all day. And then after work, I go back to the gym to hit the next workout with another 45-minute cardio and come back and I clean the house. And, it's just day in and day out. It's created a routine, which I absolutely love. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the routine that I've created so far. But in terms of vlogging, it's the same shit every day. Like, I don't know how much more to say. It's literally the same thing every single day. So if you guys know, hopefully you guys don't mind seeing that, but it is that's what life is. I wanted to create this series so that people who are looking into bodybuilding can have an idea on what a prep looks like as a figure competitor. Because that was something I wanted to see and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I decided to create that for others. And this is, granted, every prep is different, but this is my experience. And right now I'm at the point where I am just trying to master the mundane. I'm trying to master the day in, day out routines and, the food, everything. Not much changes from day to day. It doesn't. Now, from week to week, yes. So like last week was a special case just because of the trip to Texas. However, also last week that was different is my meal plan versus this week. However, my meal plan this week has been the same all week. I eat literally the same food. This is still my meal 3 all week. You know what I mean? Like the same breakfast all week. So, I hope for those of you who are looking for, some sort of entertainment, if you find this entertaining, great. Like, I am beyond excited. If you find it boring, it is what it is. That's just the life of a bodybuilder in prep right now. But I hope for those of you who are trying to find some sort of insight or enlighten I don't even know if that's a word, but like some sort of insight into the bodybuilding world, hopefully this helps serve that purpose too. But also if you're just a mom or a dad, and you are second guessing yourself on, just on goals, or putting yourself behind, or putting your goals on hold, putting your goals on hold because of life and because of kids. I hope you also see this and understand that you don't have to. There is a way to work with the family and making this a family thing, So, I don't know. Those are just my hopes when it comes to this series, right? Now, as to vlogging workouts, like I've said before, the mornings, I'm either on the Stairmaster or on the elliptical for 45 minutes. The only thing that changes is whatever movie that is showing in the theater at the time. Right now it's Hunger Games. So pretty fitting, I guess. But vlogging workouts in the afternoon sometimes are difficult, right? In the evening, it's difficult because there's so many people there. There's just so many people at the gym at that time. So just for lack of space, because of course you have to put the camera so far away from the body to get the whole picture as to what's going on. For lack of space, sometimes it's a little difficult because of how far I have to put it away. There's people walking through and everything. But also out of respect for other people that are there, I don't want to capture somebody else on my video that I'm going to be posting that may not want to be in on a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Or they may not mind it, but they're a little shy. You know what I mean? I just think out of respect for others in the gym, sometimes it's a little difficult to vlog because of that. But I will continue to try. That's all I can do, is continue to try. All right. All of that being said, though, let's take a look at this. This is where I'm standing right now. This is how I'm looking right now. And to be honest, I had a little bit of a oh shit kind of moment this morning when I stepped on the scale. Now, the coach in me would tell everybody, the scale is like the biggest liar. The scale doesn't tell you what the hell is going on, right? The scale does not dictate who you are or the work that you've put in. It is simply a measure. That is it, right? the real person in me steps on the scale, notice that I've lost 1 pound, and says, oh shit. Because I know how lean I need to be for this competition. And again, we have 9 weeks. So, taking a look at that, got nervous about it, sent my weight over to Coach K. Kay then asked me if I did pictures, and I remembered, I did take pictures, right? As you see, I took pictures, right? And I remembered I've been taking pictures this entire process. And the best thing about the pictures is you put them side by side and you can absolutely see the difference and the work that I've put in. So you guys remember, scale is only just one measure, but it doesn't tell the whole story. 1 pound weight difference doesn't tell all of these different things that have changed. The weight difference doesn't say that I've put on a lot of muscle that is starting to really develop fairly well and show off as I'm losing the fat as well. It doesn't say all that. It's literally a 3, sometimes 4 if it's a point something digit number. And that's it. That's it. So different measurements are needed. Pictures is another base measurement that's needed, in which I am so thankful that we've been taking photos this whole time. So again, just want to step on my soapbox because as a coach, I knew that. I knew that there's sometimes the scale is just a liar. But as a person in the moment, I can't negate the human factor in myself to be like, to feel what I instantly felt. But I felt it. I said, oh shit. And then I remembered that we had the pictures. So I put together side by sides of my very first check-in photos to this morning. So that was fun. What I also did, which was fun, was the very first day I tried to pose versus, I call this my first chapter of posing. So the very first day of taking photos while posing, I had no idea what I was doing. Even now, I don't have an idea what I'm doing. I have a clue, but not a full idea. But this day, I had zero sense of what posing was. This is just what I had seen pictures of competitors do, and I thought I was mimicking that. So, excuse me. So I thought I was just mimicking that. So wrong. Then I had my actual session with Sharonica, and we fixed several things. I learned, in the meantime, also learned how to flare my lats. And, night and day difference. So you could call the first photo the day I didn't even open up the book of posing, and then the second photo as chapter 1 of posing experience, because we still have a lot to do with my posing, but at least we're getting into it. At least we're in the process of learning, and we have Sharonica to help us with that, which I'm so thankful for, because that first picture is horrendous. So, and that is chicken in the oven for future meals. I'll be back. Hey guys, what's up? So today is Sunday, August 27th. So I'm not too sure where I left you off last time, but let's talk about a somewhat new situation that I am experiencing right now. And that is the fact that for example, yesterday was my niece's birthday, 1-year-old niece, and she's just like the absolute cutest thing ever, like so cute. So I went, hung out. Of course, family cooks. There's like baked ziti and there's sandwiches, and I went in and I brought my own meals because I knew, knowing my family and the way they cook and everything like that, I knew I had to bring my own meals. So that's what I did. However, I did not expect the level of, I guess, willpower or adjustment I needed to do while I was there. This is the reason why. So in going to Texas, yeah, it was a little difficult because I had to work around like what I had available like at the Airbnb with cooking and everything. And everywhere that we went to eat was all like entree type food. So it was barbecue, it was soul food, it was, so it was like actual real food. Going to my niece's birthday was a completely different situation because I was ready for the entree food. I was not ready for the cake and all the little treats that were kind of everywhere. Now, entree food, easy, not a big deal. Sweets though, I have the biggest sweet tooth, especially for chocolate, especially for Nutella, especially for cake. Like, I just do. So it was a little difficult with like just kind of keeping my willpower while everybody like enjoys the cake, enjoys everything else. Something that I kept telling myself throughout that experience was the cake it's never going to disappear. If something happens, I'm sure I can call the girl who made the cake and ask her to make me a small one. Like, you know what I mean? Food will always be there. Food will always be there. There will always be chocolate somewhere. There will always be some sweet treat somewhere. To go the next 8+ weeks without it, I've already gone, 7-8 weeks without it. Like, I'm fine. So why not? Like, we're just gonna enjoy the moment. And I was able to enjoy the cake, but in a different way. I didn't have any, but I helped my little 1-year-old niece enjoy her own birthday cake. Like, helped feed it to her, helped her get all dirty in it. Like, definitely, made sure that she enjoyed her own birthday cake. So I was still able to experience and help her experience that time as well. So you guys, I'm learning through this process that you can still enjoy things, but you have to be creative on how you enjoy them. So I was still able to enjoy the cake, but by means of helping my niece, at 1 year old, dive into it with her hands and feeding her some and seeing frosting all over her face, And so still able to enjoy it, but as you see, it's just in a different way. So, like I've always said, life doesn't stop just because I'm in prep. Therefore, I need to learn. I'm learning how to navigate through these different situations. And that's just one of them. Another thing that I've learned to navigate is what triggers me, right? That's just one of those buzzwords right now is triggers. But this is what I mean. I love baking shows going on the sweets. I love baking shows. I love the chocolate creating shows. I love even Nailed It, where like they completely fail. Like, I love all those shows. But I'm putting them on pause because when I start watching them, it starts these cravings that I know just came from literally watching something. So I have to worry about, not worry, but I have to be mindful of consumption in multiple ways, whether it be consumption in watching something, consumption in, choosing specific candles, because we can't do right now, pumpkin spice candles, which, yes, I love most things pumpkin spice. We're not going to be doing pumpkin spice candles for a little while because of that, you know what I mean? So it's just navigating things and being mindful of what triggers me and controlling that to the best I can. Like, I can control what I watch on Netflix or on YouTube. I can control what candles are burned in the house. You know what I mean? Like those kind of things I can control. I can't control, how many sweets were at the baby's birthday. And I didn't want to miss the baby's birthday. You know what I mean? So therefore, I just made an adjustment within myself. So I'm proud that I did not have, and everybody was there to witness, I did not have not one lick of icing, not one. And I did make it known to Tony that no more baking shows for now. But all right, you guys. So that wraps it up for this week. We are now 8 weeks out as of yesterday. 8 weeks out to the show. So we got a lot of work to do in a short time to get there, right? All right, you guys. Love you. Stay weird. And remember, you can do hard things. Bye.